Hey Internet, today is August 27th, 2013, and I am 18 months on testosterone. I think that's right. Yeah, it's been a year and a half as of August 17th. Um, on the actual 17th, I was out of the state. I was in Columbus, Ohio. One of my really good friends just got accepted to grad school there, or is starting grad school there, and so I went out and was helping her get settled and everything. But even though I actually got back a few days after that, I held off on making this video until now because I was having a lot of trouble coming up with anything to talk about, which has led me to the decision that this is going to be the last tea update video that I make for a while, which I might make one at like the 2-year mark, um, but I'm not going to be doing monthly update videos anymore, which isn't to say that I'm going to stop making videos completely. I'm just going to try and come up with other things to talk about, and I'm not going to be doing it on a scheduled type basis. Not that I ever really was that good at sticking to the schedule, if we're being honest here. Um, this video is a prime example. I'm usually kind of late with them. But I don't know, I'm just going to try and maybe talk more about personal experiences or social aspects of transition, stuff like that, instead of just, hey guys, check it out, I have a new chin hair type thing. Um, and hopefully I'll, you know, come up with something that's helpful for other people. But seeing as how this is the last transition or, you know, um, update video, physical update video that I'm going to make, I might as well talk about the few small things that I did come up with. So this first one, I feel like maybe I talked about it before in another video, and then so I noticed the change and then I forgot about it, and now I'm re-noticing it. Maybe? I feel like that's a possibility. But my arm hair is sort of creeping down a little bit, because before it just kind of stopped about here, and now it comes out there a little bit. It's actually really light. I don't think it even necessarily shows up on camera. Okay, it kind of does a little bit. Yeah. Um, but I just think that's kind of interesting given the fact that pretty much everywhere else my hair is relatively dark, but I don't mind. I actually kind of like it blonde, so I'm not going to be heartbroken. Actually, kind of pleased if it just stays that way. That's fine. But yeah, so that's that one. Um, Another place I noticed I'm getting more hair is sort of right in between my incisions. There's like a little patch that's kind of going there, and I guess while I'm at it, I might as well make this a chest update video as well. Um, I think I'm like 12 weeks post-op today. That sounds about right. But yeah, you can see how well I've been tracking that as well. But this is how it looks. It's pretty much healed, and it looks pretty good, I think. Um, so you can kind of see there. It's got sort of a patch of hair going, I don't know, and scar guard flaking off there. But both my nipples are still on, which is awesome. And the incisions are, pretty thin. It's thickened a bit on the right side, so that's a little bit annoying, but um, they look pretty good. There we go. Did I have something else to say about that? Oh, The right nipple has actually started to project some. I was worried that it wasn't going to, but it finally has. I don't think it's ever going to project as much as the left one, but it looks pretty normal. So I'm happy about that, and yeah. Um, let's see. So arms, chest. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Uh, except for the last thing, which is not really a change so much as a continuation of a change, um, which I guess the others were too, technically. Um, but I still can't cry, which I think is kind of interesting. I kind of assumed that by this point I would be able to, given enough emotional stress or whatever. Um, but I just can't. It seems. Uh, my dog, or one of my dogs, died 2 days ago, and it's not like I didn't see it coming. He had cancer, and we were basically just trying to make him as comfortable as we could. And he slipped off pretty peacefully, but it still really sucks, and I feel shitty about it, but I haven't cried. Um, and I've kind of, like, I haven't, sat down with the intention of, okay, I'm going to think about this, and I'm going to be sad, and I'm going to cry. But I just kind of expected that I would. Um, Before testosterone, I really hated crying, um, and I never cried like at the drop of a hat or anything. Um, but the loss of the ability to cry was actually kind of a plus for me in the beginning. But now I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. It's not something that I really I don't know. I guess it would just kind of be nice to have the option of that kind of emotional release. But yeah, I don't know. So maybe that'll come back. Um, Maybe it won't. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is sort of out of focus, and I don't know why. It started out in focus, but I don't know. I guess my webcam is kind of shitty, and I don't think messing with it is going to help very much. But can't seem to not mess with it. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for me. And I will try and come up with other things to talk about that aren't about my chin hair or lack of chin hair. Um, my life is kind of in a state of flux right now. I graduated college a couple months ago, and now I don't know what I'm doing with myself, and I need to figure that out. But uh, seeing as how my name has changed, and my, I've had top surgery, been on T for a year and a half. I have the ability to be stealth, I think, at this point, and whether or not I do that, I don't know if I will. Um, so I'm sure that I'll have something to talk about that in regards to that when it comes to uh, interviews and getting a job and things like that. Okay, that's pretty much it for me, and I will see you whenever, I guess, whenever I get around to making another video or have something to talk about.